one thing that really took us off the ground as a company was how we used to market the message. So I remember one day Amal said, my family are eating dates and nuts, and she's from a Lebanese background, and that's
my family love dates and nuts
dates
too.
like, oh my God.
They're going out of fashion, right?
Literally.
So they're downing these dates and handfuls of nuts and thinking epitome of health. Yeah. When in actual fact,
what's not healthy about dates and nuts?
They're so calorie dense. They're one of the most calorie dense snacks that you can turn to.
One date is like, depending on the size, can be between 30 to 60 calories.
Yeah, for one date.
For one date. You can have a fun size Freddo for that much.
So that was something that we wanted to communicate as a message. We were like, okay, so you think you're having this, but it's actually the equivalent to this. So we started doing those comparison photos.
And my parents like, why am I not losing weight? He's like, you're eating a whole packet of dates every night.
And that was your marketing. So
yeah,
that's how we started.
You'd be like, have a date or a burger, your choice.
Okay, not that extreme, but
you know what? That was one message that we always tried to convey as well. We were like, this is not a trade-off. This is an education piece. It's as much saying that quality and quantity go hand in hand, as one is better than the other.
You can say no to having like 10 donuts, but you're okay to saying yes to 3 pina coladas. Like, it doesn't make sense, but they're equivalent in calories. So how does that work? So we just educate.
That's it. Yeah, it's like comparison education.
Yeah.
That's so cool. And so that obviously took off on social media because then everyone started.
It went viral.
I can even tell
really?
Yeah,
I
so
can imagine.
slice of banana bread, Big Mac, handful of nuts, 9 Tim Tams, and all this stuff.
Acai berry bowl is higher in calories than a bacon and egg muffin and hash brown from McDonald's.
No.
Yeah.
So that's what we sought to do. We weren't telling people one's better for you than the other. One's probably more nutrient dense than the other, but just understand calories.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, but
that's the message.
The difference between the acai berry bowl and the McMuffin is that the acai berry bowl probably has more nutrients.
That's correct, yes.
So there's a time and place for both in a diet,
Exactly.
and a diet should always be considered in the context of the whole day, not just one meal. So you can't just have one meal and say, oh, I'm the epitome of health, or have one bad meal and say, I've screwed everything. Yeah, so you've got to really consider the diet in the context of the entire day.
It's been about 18 years that we've been in each other's lives. We only became friends post high school, so we weren't exactly the best of friends during high school, but we were always known as the two girls that were always on a diet. So we connected because of our dieting history, and we would ask each other, what flavor shake do you have today, or what are you doing now, and what diet are you on? So we connected in high school because of that.
Yeah, we were like probably just a drop in the ocean in compared to what everyone else was doing at the time.
Yeah.
No one else was dieting, and they were probably partying, and Amal and I were like, how much weight did you lose this week?
Did you like the what was it, Biggest Loser shakes?
Yeah,
did you like chocolate flavor?
We were very left of field. So then after,
why were you guys so interested in that?
Because we were both on like a health and fitness journey, and I think we realized we were a bit of a different kettle of fish when it came to that when we started competing afterwards. So Amal and I are quite extreme in our approach to most things. Like we won't give 50%, we'll give the full hunch.
Yeah.
So
like me.
Yeah, so I think that also showed in our dieting experiences as well. So we were losing weight, and that was our primary focus. So
so that you really were experienced in the market. Like you had tried the different diets.
We've been our clients, and I think that's why we relate.
Our first 2 clients.
Yeah, it's why we relate so well to our clients, because we've been in their shoes. And the thing with dieting is, and what a lot of people don't understand is, it is a bit of a roller coaster.
Yeah.
You ride through a few phases, and even at the end, when you've achieved your weight loss goal, sometimes it can be the most empty feeling. And you compare yourself to that old version of you, but you're now a better version of you, and you're at your goal, but you don't realize you're at your goal.
You want more.
Yeah,
it's kind of like money. You're like, fuck.
Yeah, it's true. And the same with like success and business and whatnot. So similarly to our clients, we were able to like navigate them on an emotional basis through our coaching experience, which sort of gave them that helping hand in like, someone understands you. And
we both had different journeys as well. So while I was younger, I was quite overweight, whereas Jade had a very athletic build, and we both had very different relationships with food. So we both came together and we learned from one another, and we kept each other accountable and supported each other. So when we started the business, we had 2 different perspectives of what someone's journey could be like, and it really helped because you can categorize your clients, and there's predominantly 2 types: people that want to lose weight, people that want to change their body composition or gain muscle, for example. And then you've also got people who are scared of food, or people that are binge eaters. And because we had experienced both of that each, it made it a lot easier to, I guess, relate to our clients. We actually failed twice at creating the technology that we have today. And our third time was successful. So we started by hiring a team at Sydney Uni. So that was a 10K project. And they came to our final meeting literally crying and saying, we can't do this. Like whatever you're trying to build is impossible. The second time was an offshore team. So we had a team in Seattle who managed a team in India. And that was about 200K. And we ran that project for about 12 months. And it like worked, but it was spitting out a meal plan that gave you like 20 grams of cereal and like 2 liters of milk. So like the scaling was so off. And then we met the final development agency that we're with at the moment. And they built the technology that we have. So our technology from like a user perspective might look so simple, but it's actually very complex. So we have a meal plan generator that can spit out a personalized meal plan based on like your dislikes, so avoiding your dislikes, including the foods you like, dietary requirements, your calories and your macros, and a number of things. And
nutrition?
Nutrition.
Imagine the algorithms go like
our algorithm is
insane.
Is insane. And then we've got this huge database. So we've got 6,000 meals, which also include like vegan, vegetarian, gluten-free, lactose-free. Like you need to cater for everyone. And then it pretty much uses our database, our algorithm, which changes weekly, to spit out a personalized meal plan for this client. So there are so many factors and it's extremely complex, but we finally did it. Like lots of money later and many years later, we finally built the technology that we have today.
I can understand. We built an app. Sorry, we've built 2 apps. We built one back in the day in CUB, which we never even launched because I couldn't even figure out.
It's tough.
We had a fight with the guy who did it.
I feel like everyone fights with their development
because
agencies.
no one knows what's going on and you don't know what they're doing, how they're doing it.
You need to have the importance of having like that middleman has become so evident for us, and it's the reason why we've decided to hire a CTO, because even though we're 3 years into like having a tech product, it's still really difficult to understand.
And it's someone on your team, on your side that has that's looking out for you guys. Yeah, because then we did a second one, which kind of worked. It's live currently. But the new one we're launching now, which we used a member for, thank God, and it's launching in August, is like a full proper social media for business owners. Cool. And I'm praying to the Lord that works.
You will face challenges. Like you'll probably get the first version and want to throw your phone off the balcony. But that's technology for you. You miss deadlines. Everything's slower than you expect. There's bugs, there's crashes, there's everything. And so it's important to have that expertise internally, because when it's missing, which is what's happening with us right now, you face a lot of roadblocks and challenges and things run a lot slower than what they should. And you end up spending a lot more money than you should as well.
I think like proportionate expectations as well. Like I don't really have, I've got a far less understanding of technology than what Amal does. And for me, I just look at things, I'm like, can't they just fix that?
Literally,
like,
that's like me. I'm like, come on, guys.
But you've got to have a bit of perspective.
Jade will be like, can we change the entire app in a day? And I'll be like, this is
just the way it
project.
Looks,
just a reskin, you know?
Just a reskin.
A facelift.
But you also have to understand that your platform will progress. So like I like to use the comparison of like Uber or MyFitnessPal. What you used 5 years ago is very different to what it is today. So you will continue to develop. You can't expect yourself to have the most perfect and final version on day one. So you will experience those challenges with any tech product.